you'll notice the person sitting next to me is Loaf. He's got a new album, Braver Than We Are. We weren't sure, so when we heard you were coming in, we weren't sure. Do we call you Meat?
Meat.
Oh, you do Meat. Oh, okay. Well, then I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you the story. See,
Okay.
I was born bright red as a baby, and I couldn't. I stayed bright red, and my father was a Dallas policeman. So I'll give you the story how it went. As far as I've been told, and I'll give you the best accent. So my son there, he looks like 9.5 pounds of ground chuck. So what I want you to do is I want you nurses to put on the front of his crib meat. And I'm sure the nurses went, we can't do that, sir. And my dad, I'm sure he was in his uniform, went, yes, you can. And so you go ahead and you put meat in that little slot, that little plastic slot, and you move his crib right into the middle of everyone else so that when everyone else comes to see their baby, they see meat. And that was on my 4th day being alive.
Well, what about your name could have been Ground Chuck?
It could have been, but I don't know how well that would have worked.
Well, Meatloaf is a great name. Great stage name.
I'm an actor, so they actually use, and a football player. I was a football player. I was the meanest football player on my high school team, and I was a walk-on at Texas Tech. But the coaches used to yell at me for being so damn mean. I say, blow your whistle, I'll stop playing. And so they call me in the program, in the football program, it was Meatloaf a day, number 74.
So when you'd make a tackle, it would be tackled by Meatloaf a day.
Yeah, or ML a day, or tackle. Usually they just use a day.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the announcers were ready for Meatloaf, so I think they would just go, and that tackle was a day. But
are you known more for acting or music? If you're out in public, would people ask you more about what you've been in movie-wise, Fight Club, or they ask you about music?
It's probably more about music, but I do get asked a lot about. Sometimes I've done 61 films, and so some people ask me about films that are coming from left field, and they go, I saw you with Michael Keaton in 1985. I'm going, whoa, dude. Okay. So first film was Rocky Horror, but the first film I was ever cast in was The Taking of Pelham 123 with Walter Matthau. And I was working for Joe Papp, and Joe Papp said, yes, it's fine, but the director wouldn't let me do it. And then I was cast as Billy Bibbit in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson.
Oh, man.
We were leaving in 1 week and going to Portland. They had a writer's strike. And then I got in Rocky Horror, and then I did that film, and then became really good friends with Lou Adler, who produced Carole King and Jan and Dean and Cheech and Chong, and goes on Mamas and Papas, and owns all of Sunset Strip. And he's a really good friend of mine. And so he helped bring Bat Out of Hell, and we're still talking. He sent me they called me the other day. They redid it already, a remake for Fox of Rocky Horror, and they called to ask if I'd play Dr. Scott. And of course, when I'm working, they always want me to do a film or a television or something, and I can't do it because I'm working. And so I said, who's playing Eddie? And he goes, Adam Lambert. And I went, no, he's not. I go, Adam Lambert is like, Adam Lambert does Queen. I said, Freddie Mercury was the best rock singer ever to live. And you're telling me that Adam Lambert, who is now singing with Brian May and Roger, is going to do Eddie? I'm going, oh, my God. So I was like freaking out. I'm going, oh, man. And so Lou sent me, I haven't answered him yet. I'm going to. He sent me the tape of Adam singing it. Adam did a great job, but I'm sorry, Adam. I'm still number one.
Do you think, so Freddie Mercury the greatest frontman in rock and roll history?
I don't know about frontman. I think I'm one of the best frontmen in history, but that's just my opinion. and I'm entitled to it. But I think Freddie Mercury was one of the greatest singers
Oh, okay.
in history. And I had some conversations. I have conversations with different people about what goes on stage. They ask me questions, I give them answers. And when videos first started, I'm not going to name names, but a lot of major people were coming to me going, well, you've shot film, and I had already shot 12 videos when MTV came on. And they said, you've done all this stuff, you've directed. I said, yeah. And they said, well, what do I do? I said, it's simple. Just don't have dead eyes. And they said, well, how do you do that? I said, just repeat the song lyrics in your head, and your eyes will never go dead. And the other thing is, when you're live on stage, your energy comes from every part of your body. You just take all that energy and put it right in the center of your chest like a laser beam and let it come out that way. It's that simple, kids.
Meatloaf's new album is Braver Than We Are, in collaboration with Jim Steinman, and it's in 429 on 429 Records. You can pre-order today on iTunes and Amazon. Man, there's a few things I wanted to talk to you about. Fight Club was still fascinating to see that you. How would you describe who you were in Fight Club?
You know what? I can't, because when you see an actor on TV and they say to him, did you see the film? And he says, oh, no, I can't watch myself on film. That's a dead giveaway. He's playing himself. I can watch every film. I never see Meatloaf. There's only been one film, and it was 2 seconds, and it was the end of the day, and it was the Michael Keaton movie that I mentioned. And the director said, all we want you to do is open this door, walk through it, go through this door, and close it. And I walked that 2 seconds as Meatloaf, and it has driven me crazy ever since then. So I can watch every film because I never see me. When I'm talking to you, I'm Meatloaf.
Yeah.
I'm Meat.
Yeah.
But when I'm on stage, I'm not. When I'm doing films, I'm not. When I'm doing records, they're all in character. Every one of them. This album was all sung by a 19-year-old. And I had a guy in England ask me, well, you're 68. How can you sing like a 19-year-old? I go, do you know the word backstory? It's what actors use. Well, not everybody, but some. I said, you create a backstory for the character, and at 19, you stop.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. And people probably think the last song, Train of Love, is about the guy trying to find a girl. It's not. It's about a 19-year-old trying to find out who he is.
You collect sports memorabilia?
Yeah, I had an interview with Dan Rather, and I took him up to my sports room, and he couldn't believe what he was looking at.
What's the best thing in there?
Well, I've got two things. Well, 2 years ago on my birthday, Hank Aaron and Derek Jeter sent me bats for my birthday. And but the two best things are, the first one is I did National Anthem at Camden Yards. And so, we were going to leave, and they said, oh, no, the Orioles want you to come in. And Cal Ripken was the first one I went to talk to. So I was talking to Cal, and Cal goes, I got to give you something. I got to sign something for you. Okay, he's looking around, and finally, he takes off his game-worn jersey and signs it and hands it to me. And I go, oh, I can't take that. And he goes, yeah, it's yours. So that's it. The next one is I threw out the first pitch at Fenway, which is like, everybody knows I'm a Yankees fan, which everybody gave me a really hard time. I was leaving, and Ted Williams was coming down the hall.
Wow.
And they said, Ted, this is Meatloaf. And he knew who I was. And it absolutely freaked me out that Ted Williams knew who I was. And they said, well, Ted, today's Meat's birthday. And Ted's a little grumpy. He goes, well, get me a baseball. And so he signed the baseball to Meatloaf. Happy birthday, Ted Williams.
Awesome.
And I'm going to finish the story. So we go to get on the elevator to go down because we're leaving to get out, meet the crowd. And all of a sudden, two guys in black suits get on and go, you guys got to get off the elevator. And I looked at them. I said, what do you think you are, Secret Service? And they went, yep. And I went, oh, okay. So we got off, and I'm waiting. I'm going, well, what's going on? And all of a sudden, here comes George Bush Sr., who's the president. And he comes walking by, and he looks at me, and he gets on the elevator, and all of a sudden, his head sticks out and he goes, meet? It's really good to be president. That was one of the best sports days of my life. And before that, Jose Canseco, who's still playing for the Rangers, had thrown a ball up into the box we were sitting in. This ball comes flying, and I'm going, what the heck is that? I look down, I see Jose. So I throw it back down. I said, sign it. And he signed it and threw it back up. So I left with a Ted Williams, Jose Canseco, and George Bush going, meet. It's good to be president.
His new album is Braver Than We Are. It's great to have you. I'd love to have you in again and spend more time talking to you.
Yeah,
about
Braver
sports.
Than We Are is completely different, and we did it on purpose, than Bat Out of Hell, and there's a doctor's prescription for it. It's like you buy it, listen to it once, and 4 times, take it 4 times during the day. At the end of it, you'll know it's genius.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you, man.
You can pre-order the album today on iTunes and Amazon. Meatloaf, or as we like to call him, Meat.
And Dan Patrick, as I like to call him, Dan.
But 2 out of 3 is that could be a baseball term, but 2 out of 3 ain't
Oh,
bad.
they use it all the time.
Okay.
In baseball, all the time. Man, the Cubs managers used it the other day 3 times. The Orioles, all the managers have used it. And Mattingly uses it, who's a friend of mine. Goes, we did it. We did a meatloaf on him.
2 out of 3? Took 2 out of 3.
We did a meatloaf on him.
Thank you for coming by.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.